Hi, this is Elizabeth Pasquale, well on the way to abundance.com, with hopefully helpful tips to enrich your lives and enrich the lives of the healthcare practitioners around the world who are doing amazing work. Thank you so much for letting your light shine and out there helping other people and receiving rich rewards for it. I trust. So I wonder if you've ever thought about this. This is could be a pet peeve of mine, but I was having this talk with a girlfriend just yesterday, and she's a jeweler, and she's making a new line of jewelry, and she was telling me about all the craziness that goes into that, and every detail that they have to be aware of, and she wants to produce jewelry that's made in this country, which is more expensive. And their biggest competition says made in America, but it's not made in America. So she was saying, look at these beads. These glass beads are made in Czechoslovakia. And yet here's a tag on it that says made in America. So they're lying. And in fact, she told me this story. A companion of hers went to their factory, and there was nobody at the front desk, so she wandered around the back looking for somebody to place an order and get some supplies. And she wandered into the factory, and in the factory were those containers, those giant containers, and they were all stamped that they came from China. And yet this company says that their jewelry is made in America. So she wanted to get the jewelry police after them. But there is no jewelry police. So I was telling her it's the same thing in the vitamin supplementation arena, in that field. Vitamins have no oversight, and people put stuff on the labels that bear very little resemblance to what's actually in the product, and nobody's looking except if they're called pharmaceutical grade. Now, I found that I use vitamin supplementation, and I suggest it for all my clients, and it's another form of income for me, and it's another way people can reclaim their health and protect themselves from cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, the three biggest killers in the U.S., and also to protect themselves from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and MS, which are bigger and bigger scares for people. People need good quality supplementation. The stuff that's pretty much available everywhere is just not going to protect people from these diseases and these scourges of our health today. I trust that you know this, the people who are watching this. And I was explaining to my girlfriend that because there's no oversight, people put all kinds of claims, and even on the contents, they're lying. they're lying, and nobody is checking unless the product is stamped that it's certified that these ingredients are in there, that it's pharmaceutical grade. Now, I saw a book of 1,500 vitamin companies, and in that 1,500 companies, I don't even think 10 were pharmaceutical grade. That means that the potency is guaranteed. They guarantee that what's on the label is actually in the bottle. I mean, not even 10. I think maybe there were more like 5 of 1,500 that guaranteed the potency of the products. So, of course, when I learned this, I switched to one of those companies that I could trust was behind their product. And the funny thing is, the potency guaranteed products are not much more expensive, or hardly at all more expensive than a lot of the other products. And you're actually getting what you're paying for. So I was explaining this to my girlfriend, and if she hadn't had this experience with the jewelry, she found it really hard to believe. How would anyone even know this? And she said, now they're making costume jewelry, and there's no oversight. When they were making high-end jewelry and using gold and silver, you had to be truthful. Because if you weren't truthful, you would be found out. The assays would have to be exact. And if you weren't, you could just lose all your reputation in the industry and lose your business. Well, the same holds true for pharmaceutical grade. You have to actually have in the product what's on the label. But as for all the rest of those companies, 1,495 of them, unfortunately, many are lying, and we have many cases of this, of recalls where there's ingredients in there that are not on the label that are harmful to people, athletes that lose their athlete designation and their titles because they inadvertently got a product from the drugstore or pharmacy that tested on the for banned substances, and it wasn't on the label, and they were assured that the product was safe. And also, there's another company that allows you to put your own label. One colleague of mine wanted a product with her own label on it, and many doctors have this, and so they went to a company, and you can put your own label on their vitamins, but you have no idea what's in those vitamins. And that particular company was cited by the FDA as having high levels of lead in their vitamin products. Now, this is not what you want to have for yourself or your customers. So, enriching your practice with vitamin supplementation for yourself personally and for your clients is an excellent way to go, and I highly recommend it. And I trust that you will check in the best ways you can for companies that are potency guaranteed, pharmaceutical grade, made to the same standards as drugs are made. They have to be pure. They have to have no toxicities in them. And they have to be what they're supposed to be in the dosages that they say on the label. And those vitamins will protect and give you a long and happy, joyous life. Have a great day. I'm sending lots of love. Bye.